the matter of fact, you know what? Yeah, let's get what we got. Oh yeah, we good. So let me give you a quick. So yesterday when I told you about the someone, it was one person that got mad because I asked a question about Elon Musk. What was that hand gesture he did? And last time I saw that, that was done by a guy we named Hitler when I was in school. And the reason why I asked and why it hit me so hard is when I was in school, you know, all my whole, I went to Shaker. I don't know if you know about Shaker, but it was really good school, especially back in the day. It was a public school, so ran by the government. Now, if you did that hand gesture or anything like that, you were likely to be suspended or expelled. No questions asked. I don't give a fuck what your reason is. So when you raise a whole group of people like that, and then now we see it on TV, of course it's going to be a reaction. So that's neither here nor there, but let me tell you about this mighty group that we've become over the 2 years. And it started from 2 years ago. My day ones, they'll tell you. So real quick, like for that person to say, oh, you're going to lose a lot of people. No, I'm not. I lost you, one person, because I'm honest about my takes and what I do every day. I don't trick anybody. I don't, no, you know what you get. You know what you're going to get with me, which is why I added the no filter on the end of on the end of the show. I could have just made it the flow show, but I know I'm not going to filter it at all. So if you can't handle that, this ain't the podcast for you. This ain't even the community for you. Because I'm the same on the podcast. I'm the same on social media for my nearly 700,000 followers across platforms that I built brick by brick from one follower to 700,000. And I didn't take the short route. I didn't take a shortcut. I just gave the world my authentic self, the good, the bad, and whatever. And they responded. So real quick, to give you guys a little knowledge of how I got here, I was grinding real quick. I'm gonna make this story real quick. We're gonna get into the Diddy thing, but I just want y'all to know this because y'all are part of this community. Some people know it. Y'all might not know how mighty we are. So from 2 years ago, I started. I was just grinding. I never looked up for air. I posted 6 to 10 videos per day. It was crazy. Like my work, I was working hard as hell, but I was helping people get justice. I was calling out stores. I was finding missing women, missing kids, locating them, all of that, all documented. It's receipts on all this. I went to Mississippi and got justice for men who were black men that were beaten and killed, and nobody was doing anything. I went there, did all that, and I'm follow me. So let's say after a year of that, I was a nobody when I started. So after a year of that, I didn't even know that my following had grown. Now, true enough, at this point, I probably had about 100,000 TikTok followers, and that was about it. I wasn't even big on other social media accounts yet. So I didn't know that I had a big following or how many people were even following me at this time. So then I was picked by, it was a big case we were covering. It was the Michael Miller case. And she killed herself allegedly, but everybody thought and still thinks that her pastor husband did it. I was covering that case. I broke that case. When it happened, the people in the city sent it to me, and me and my people started posting about it immediately and made it go viral. Anyway, I had been calling out that pastor for about 2 months. I had been calling him out. Y'all know how I am. Just picture how I do Diddy. That's how I was doing him. And so I called him out, and then so he had never did any interviews, so it was time to do an interview. He wanted to interview. Everybody wanted to interview. His name was John Paul Miller. Everybody wanted to interview. News Nation, all the creators, all the big ones who were bigger than me, big creators and all of that, they all wanted it. But for some reason, his people reached out to me, and they asked me to do the interview. And I said, yeah, I'm calling somebody out. I can't say no to an interview. That make me look fake. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk face to face or phone to phone, let's do it. So when I got that interview, y'all, the whole fucking media world went crazy and turned on me because they were jealous and mad that, I'm going to just say it, this Okay, and Michael Miller and John Paul Miller, that was a white couple. I'm just giving you all the facts so you can see the context of kind of what was going on. Now, I'm in the true crime world, and it was pretty much a kind of a white, more of a case that was bigger in the white community, but it was big in black, but it was big in the white community. So for me to get the interview made a lot of people mad for this black man to be interviewing this big case. But a lot of people, first of all, didn't know that I broke the case. Second of all, when they picked me, it was because they said I'm the only one of the only ones that they know is authentic. Even though I was calling him out, they knew that I would be fair and give him a chance to say what he got to say because I don't pander to nobody. And this interview was supposed to go to Michael Strahan from the Good Morning Show that played football, but now he's one of the biggest in media, period. That's who they originally wanted. He had some situation go on in his personal life, and then that's how it got to me. Now, I tell you all that to say, fast forward, I do the interview. I'm kind of leaving some stuff out, and I'm going to tell this real story time at a later time, but just to give you an idea. So when it was time to do the interview, I had got so much jealousy, and that's the first point when I realized, you know what? Everybody who follow you ain't good for you. That's the first time. See, before that, I thought, shit, I was just happy if anybody followed me. I didn't care how they really treated me. But this situation taught me that. So you know what I did? I said, you know what? I'm working hard as hell. I don't want people getting this interview who gonna talk shit about me or aren't really supporting me. So I made it subscribers only. That pissed a lot of people off. And then bigger creators started lying, saying I was scamming people, saying I didn't have the interview, saying all kind of shit. So then I'm so busy working on the interview, I hadn't posted in 2 days. My followers thought I was killed and kidnapped. Shit, this shit blew up big as hell. But when those big creators and all people start talking shit on me and lying, nigga, the whole world was at me, y'all. I never felt nothing like this before, but guess what happened? My followers who I didn't even know I had, my supporters from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everybody. It was like at once, all of my followers and supporters started cussing out the whole internet. They start cussing out TikTok. They start cussing out those big creators that had millions of followers. Those creators had to start blocking people, but they start having to block so many people. They just started to apologize because I had the whole fucking world speaking up for me, saying, Flo, don't steal shit. He would never scam. He always truthful. Y'all, I mean, they were calling them out, y'all. It brought tears to me, to myself. Nobody ever saw those tears because I was by myself working when all this was going on. I was editing the interview I just did that everybody was lying, saying I didn't even have the interview, but I'm literally editing it. And it was the first time I say the internet, my mighty community went against the whole internet and fucking won. And that right there, and I'm telling you, the people, it was black people, white people, old people, young people, rich people, poor people, professionals, blue collar, every type of person you can name was coming out in defense of me and cussing out the whole internet until everybody shut up. That was on Saturday and Sunday. I dropped the interview on Monday, and the rest is history. And everybody who tried to bring me down for no reason. I didn't do anything to anybody. I've never said a bad word about no other content creator or nobody in the media. They tried to bring me down. And that shit made me who y'all listening today because the whole world knew about me after that. After they found out I wasn't kidnapped, after they found out I wasn't dead, after they found out I didn't scam, and after they found out I really did have the interview. But that day forward, I learned something. I learned to appreciate your real supporters. Like